What's up, foodies? Today we are making stuffed turkey breast. It's like the best flavors of Thanksgiving wrapped up into one easy to make dish. You've got tender turkey, savory sausage stuffing, a blend of herbs that'll fill your kitchen with those classic holiday smells. If you're aiming for a classic Thanksgiving flavor but want something easier than cooking a whole turkey, because no one wants to cook a whole turkey for 2 to 3 people. I have a small family and we don't always go out for Thanksgiving dinner or have people over. This stuffed turkey breast is a great option. You'll still get all that amazing flavor without the stress of cooking a full turkey. So let's get into it. First, you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius, so it's ready to go when we are. So let's make the stuffing, or dressing as we call it back home in Newfoundland. I know it confuses some people. Dressing is something you put on a salad, not in a turkey, but it's what we call it back home. Let me know what you call it in the comments. Then grab 3 cups of stale bread and cube it into small bite-sized pieces. Go ahead and toss them into a big bowl. Nothing fancy here, it's just good old bread. I am using an old sourdough loaf for a little extra flavor. If you want to add some extra fiber in there, go ahead and use some whole wheat bread. Use what you have on hand, it doesn't matter, as long as it's bread. Now dice up 3 stalks of celery, 1 small onion, and peel and chop 1 large apple into small cubes. Not gonna lie, if you haven't put apple in your stuffing before, you need to start. It is a game changer. Now, roughly chop a handful of parsley, about 5 to 6 sage leaves, 4 sprigs of thyme, pull the leaves off the stems, don't worry about chopping them, and 1 to 2 sprigs of rosemary. Now heat up a pan over medium-high heat and throw in 1 tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Take 1 pound of sausage, it's roughly about 3 links. I'm using an apple sausage here, but use whatever flavor you love. Pull it out of its casing and crumble it into the pan. Cook it until it's nice and brown and crispy. This is where you get some amazing flavor. Toss your diced onions and celery with a pinch of salt and let it soften for about 5 minutes. Stir them occasionally so they don't burn and they soak up the juices from the sausages. Stir in the diced apples and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Then go ahead and add in the chopped herbs, your parsley, your sage, thyme, and rosemary. This is optional, but I like to add in 2 to 3 teaspoons of summer savory. Now, I'm from Newfoundland, and the flavor of summer savory always brings me back home. It's an optional ingredient, but for me, it just wouldn't be holiday stuffing without it. I actually got a giant tub of it. See? Huge tub of it. Brought it back from Newfoundland. It's really hard to get here where I live. Savory is like Newfoundland Frank's Red Hot. We put it on everything. Almost everything. Now let it cook for an additional 2 minutes to let the herbs release the oils and everything smells amazing. Turn off the heat and dump the mixture into your bowl of cubed bread. Toss it all together, making sure it gets well coated and well blended, then season it with a bit of salt and pepper to taste. Make sure you do this part and season and taste it. You want to make sure you don't have a bland stuffing. Now it's important to let the stuffing cool before stuffing the turkey. This is going to help firm up and make it easier to stuff the turkey. And using hot stuffing may increase the risk of bacterial growth, especially in the center of the turkey if it doesn't reach a safe internal temperature. Optionally, you can prepare this stuffing the night before and store it in the fridge. Just make sure to cool it completely before refrigerating. I just wanted to quickly say, my new cookbook's out, foodies. Totally Greek, the FOOD-DEE Odyssey. Been working on this for a couple of years. This cookbook is inspired by my many travels through Greece. This book is bursting with delicious Greek recipes and beautiful photos, all taken by me, of course. Make sure you get a copy, links in the description below. Now let's tackle our turkey breast. This video is sponsored by Community Natural Foods. They have provided me with turkey breasts from Winter's Farms. Take 1 large, skin-on, deboned turkey breast and lay it flat on your cutting board, skin side down. I left the turkey tender in, but if you prefer, you can remove it. It's totally up to you. Now this part might seem a bit tricky, but don't worry, you got this. Using a sharp knife, make a horizontal slice through the thickest part of the breast, but don't cut all the way through. Open it up like a book. If one side is thicker than the other, you can always give it a few more slices to even it out. Just be careful not to cut all the way through. Now if you want it even thinner, you can cover with some plastic wrap and give it a few gentle whacks with a meat mallet or a rolling pin. Season the whole breast with salt and pepper, and don't worry about the skin side, we'll do that when we roll it up. Spread the stuffing evenly over the turkey breast. This part can be a little messy. When you're adding the stuffing, avoid adding too much. An even layer will help you roll it up without the filling spilling out everywhere. Start at one end, carefully roll up the turkey breast like a giant meat burrito. Now grab yourself some butcher's twine. It's just a fancy word for kitchen string. Then tie your turkey every couple inches so it stays together while it cooks. Here's a little tip I like to use. Instead of looping the string just once before tying the knot, I loop it 3 times. I pass the twine under once, then again, and 1 more time to really secure it tightly. This way, when you pull the knot tight, it stays snug and doesn't loosen up during cooking. Then finish it by tying 1 long piece of string around the ends for extra security. Now rub the outside generously with olive oil and season with salt and pepper. Now your turkey is ready for the oven. Place your beautiful stuffed turkey breast on a roasting pan. And then if you have one, insert a meat probe into the center. Now place it in the oven and roast the turkey for about 1.5 hours or until the internal temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Now, if you don't have a meat probe that cooks with the meat, don't worry, use a thermometer to check the internal temperature. Nobody wants an undercooked turkey. If you have any extra stuffing, and you probably do, add a little chicken stock over the top, keeping it moist. Pop it into a small baking dish and cover with foil. Then place it into the oven with the turkey. During its last 10 minutes of cooking, remove the foil so it gets a little crispy on top. When your turkey is done, let it rest for a good 15 minutes before slicing. This is the hardest part. I know, trust me, it's worth the wait. Do not slice it before then. This is going to allow all the juices to redistribute and keeps the meat tender while slicing. Now remove the twine and slice it up. Now serve those perfect turkey rounds with your extra stuffing and whatever side you choose. I usually love mashed potatoes and some good Brussels sprouts. I have an amazing recipe for Brussels sprouts in the description below. And don't forget to make some gravy from the drippings in the pan. And that's it, you're done. You made a delicious stuffed turkey breast for Thanksgiving without all the hassle. Now whether this is for Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any special occasion, everyone's gonna love this stuffed turkey recipe. If you add your own little twist to the stuffing, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching to the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, a subscribe down below, and until next time, FOOD-DEE out.